Hello, how are you? And welcome to Voxbox and Spin-offs series. In today's series, we're going to talk about focusing on your strength. Many are the times that most of the people take so much time, days, months, and years focusing on their weaknesses. It is so surprising to see people who have strength and weaknesses spending a lot of time focusing on weaknesses instead of their strength. Let's imagine a person who has no legs but has got hands and has a mouth. A person who is disabled. If that person keeps on focusing on the legs that he doesn't have, that person is likely not going to do anything in life because the legs are not there. But if the person who doesn't have legs starts focusing on his mouth, his eyes, and his hands, which are his strength, that person may end up doing something in life. That person may use the hands to walk. That person may use the hands to get things done, to do a lot of work. Unlike focusing on the legs that are not there, the weakness. If the person is incapable of talking, is dumb, for example, a person has to start focusing on his hands, the strength, because his hands can be used for communication purposes. Now, why should a person with a weakness focus most of his energy on the weakness and not his strength? The Bible says, many people perish because they lack wisdom. They lack knowledge. And in today's spin-offs, we are trying to revamp people's focus towards the strength. Let's take it, for example, a child who is in grade 12, about to write an exam. And he's been learning mathematics for over 3 years, which is grade 10 to 12. Upon completing that course and waiting for the exams, a child discovers that there are some topics that the child doesn't understand. Yet there are some topics that the child understands well. It is the focus of this message that the person who at least understands certain topics in that particular subject, which is mathematics, has to start focusing on the things that he knows. The child has to focus on the things that he understands better. Because if he starts spending time focusing on what he doesn't know, he may end up getting a 0. And this is what we encourage even pupils in schools, to focus on the topics that matter, the topics that have been understood fully by the child. And when the child gets into the exam room, instead of focusing on the questions or the topics that he doesn't understand, for a child to pass, he must focus on the topics that the child understands. And that's the key to passing an exam. If the child knows all the topics, well and good. But the key message of this episode is that one must focus on the strength and not on the weakness. Because spending a lot of time, spending a lot of years, ages, centuries on the weakness does not help to succeed in life. What helps people to succeed in life is focusing on the strengths, focusing on those things that one does better, focusing on those things that one knows well, focusing on those things that are more like a talent to that person. That is one way one can easily succeed in life. So I must say thank you for watching this video and see you next time. I remain Ruben Makumbi.